Good evening. We are taking a break from doing the next chapter of the Cass's Adventures in Equestria to bring you this announcement. Now, there are some things that you need to know about Cass, which Cass wouldn't want us to forget about. Despite the fact I'm the creator of Cass, he still controls me to some degree. And so I am compelled to tell you a list of things to you. We'll start at the top of the list. Okay. Cass is 17. He is not 16. He is not 15. He is not 18. He is not 9. He is 17. And that's that. Deal with it. Number 2 on the list. Galt is in charge of his hunters, who collect beasts for Cass's experiments. Now, we would like to elaborate on this. Yes, Cass does like to experiment with beasts. It's perfectly natural. In fact, ever since he was a little boy, he's been interested in experimentation with various animals. And now, moving on to number 3, Cass's homeworld is Azeroth, aka the world of Warcraft. So, that is a fancy way of saying his homeworld is his mother's basement. Chapter 4, number 4. We're still in chapter mode, are we? Okay. Number 4. Cass has impressive fire magic, and if you need his spell list, let us know. We will tell you all of his spells, from Firebolt to... Number 5. Cass has anger management issues, but will not attack without a reason. Now, this gets very forgotten. This gets forgotten a lot by the plagiarist, as we call him. The plagiarist is a horrible, horrible beast who calls himself Cass. He goes around the internet saying he's Cass. He's a bit of a casshole, to be quite frank. He also uses Cassburgers as an excuse. I don't even know what Cassburgers is, but I don't want it. So I try not to touch him because I might catch it. But what he likes to forget is he has anger management issues, and he often says that the character is calm. And this is a good indicator that he is not the original creator. He is a fake. Moving on to number 6. He does not want to see any other Hive members in this. I'm not entirely sure what this has to do with anything, but it was in his list of things that you should know about Cass. Now, there are some other items that you may not know about Cass, because we haven't fucking told you, and neither did the story, so your ignorance is your own fault, because you didn't ask us any questions, you fucking retards. Okay, so, originally, Cass had the ability to change genders. It didn't seem too useful to him. He found that he preferred one gender above the other, and so he stuck with it. That's men. Yeah. So, after that, Cass has the soul catching. That allows Cass to catch the soul of the dead and place it in a jar. The soul cannot escape. Unless he opens the jar, I figure. Like, if you were a soul and you were trapped in a jar, and the guy said, "Now don't you leave this jar," and he opened it and just left it open, would you stay there? No, he looks kind of weird and he's creeping you out. Cass used to be considered a necromancer. Now, this is interesting because necromancers raise the dead, but Cass only ever uses fire magic. And this is most intriguing, so yeah. And finally, Cass used to have a sidekick, Piglet, which is a quillbore that looks exactly like Piglet from Winnie the Pooh. I'm fairly sure he's going to also have an arch nemesis in Eeyore, whose manic depression will be the bane of us all. And so concludes our little talk about Cass. And if you need any advice on sex and sexuality, don't ask us. We clearly don't know what we're talking about on that field, because do we look like we're not virgins? Oh, you stupid retards.